Long before Plato taught in the shade of the Athenian olive groves, before Socrates questioned the citizens of Athens, before Thales looked at the sea and called it the source of all things, across the plains of ancient India, another voice asked the oldest questions of all. Dirghatamas, the blind seer of the Rigveda, a philosopher, if we can use that word for someone whose thoughts arrive not as arguments, but as riddles wrapped in poetry, scattered like seeds across verses spoken over 3,000 years ago. We know little of his life. His name means long darkness or long blindness, and according to tradition, he was born without sight. But in the ancient world, blindness wasn't always seen as a limitation. Often it was the price of inner vision. Despite, or because of that blindness, Dirghatamas became one of the most revered seers of the Vedic world. His verses, especially the cryptic hymn 164 of the Rigveda, are some of humanity's earliest surviving expressions of philosophical wonder. They're not easy listening. They don't hand you neat answers. Instead, they ask questions that feel as fresh now as they did beneath the smoky skies of Vedic India. What is the limit of the earth? What is the center of the universe? What is the seed of the cosmic horse? Where did the waters come from? This isn't myth-making. It's proto-philosophy. It's curiosity stripped of certainty, spoken in the language of symbol and metaphor. And then there's the line that philosophers, mystics, and skeptics alike have quoted for millennia. The wise speak of the one in many ways. It's an idea that still resonates. Truth is singular, but the names, the expressions, the perspectives, they multiply endlessly. Even without systematic reasoning, Dirghatamas was circling the same questions that thinkers from Athens to Alexandria would one day explore. What underlies everything? How can unity and diversity coexist? And what does it mean to seek knowledge when the universe itself refuses to speak plainly? He also reflects, with a wry sort of detachment, they have eyes, but do not see. They have ears, but do not hear. The blindness of the many, the insight of the few. It's a familiar contrast, one that appears not only in India, but in the fragments of Heraclitus, the parables of Jesus, the dialogues of Plato. But where the Greeks often sought to tame the universe through logic, Dirghatamas lets mystery breathe. He doesn't dissect the world, he evokes it. He whispers riddles into the darkness and trusts that wonder, not certainty, is where philosophy begins. His image of the 7 horses drawing the sun's chariot may sound mythical, but even here, there's structure, a reflection on cycles, time, and hidden order beneath the apparent chaos. Dirghatamas wasn't building theories. He was reminding us that some truths arrive wrapped in ambiguity, and that sometimes the deepest understanding starts not with vision, but with blindness, the willingness to admit what we cannot yet see. So when we trace the history of philosophy, we shouldn't just follow the marble footsteps of Greece. We should also listen for the quieter voices, the ones carried by rivers, hidden in ancient verses, spoken by blind poets who saw farther than most. Dirghatamas doesn't offer easy answers. He leaves us standing, like him, on the edge of the known world, staring into the dark, asking questions that still have no final reply. And maybe, just maybe, that's where philosophy has always begun. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you see him as a philosopher, a poet, a mystic, or all three? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely read them, and I'd love to hear your perspective, especially on an ancient thinker like Dirghatamas, whose meaning was meant to be found in dialogue. If you enjoyed this and want to explore more forgotten philosophers, thinkers, and ancient questions, consider subscribing. There's much more to come. Thanks for watching.